Hello and welcome to the show today. I'm excited to talk about this again. Now we went over a little bit of the opportunity last week, but today we're going to really dive in to the opportunity and exactly what it is that you're going to be doing very soon with Vickie Owens. Hey, Vickie.
Yay! Hi, Marion. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I love opportunities to work from home and I love opportunities to work with people like you. I just tell you, it's a wonderful thing for me to be able to be here with you so that we can share this because I'm one of those people that does not want to send somebody to a big skyscraper where they have to drive through traffic every day to try to get to a job that, oh, it's just awful. Just that word job, right?
I know. Let's have a career, and
Let's have a
basically,
career. Let's
yeah,
build something.
yeah. Let's just build something, or let's develop something, or that you own personally, and that you're not working for someone else, or you're not working with people you don't like, or anything like that. Because uh, life is short, and you really want. I mean, I guess it's a going I guess narrative these days is that you really want everybody wants to be their own boss, and you really should take charge of your life and move forward toward doing that. And we're going to talk about that today, as far as being your own boss, and taking charge of your life, being and helping others. That's the biggest thing, is helping others. So I really want to share the opportunity that I've been doing for the last, what, this 2010, 11 years. I guess it
Since
is.
yeah, since
Yeah.
I've known you, you have been helping seniors and helping people that are, getting older, 50 and above, helping them plan their future, not only for their financial future, but also their health and wellness. So thank you for being the person that you are. I'm grateful. I really am that I know you. I'm
You.
grateful to be able to call you my friend. So if you are looking for an opportunity, I'm going to highly recommend that you talk to Vickie privately after the show.
Yes, give me a call after show. Wait, wait. So, but yes, let's get to it, to the whole venture that I set off on 11 years ago, almost 11 years ago. Next month, it will be my 11th year anniversary. I think, though, I mean, every business is not for everybody. So you have to pick and choose what's going to be how you fit into a particular market or genre or industry. I'm not saying that what I do is for everyone, but if you are a people person, if you really like to help people, and you want to see people be able to be successful in their home life, you like to see legacies basically be built. You want to see people financially secure. This is a great place to, this business that I do. Those are the rewards I get, is that I get to see people, provide a legacy for their families, that they have a wonderful golden years, as we say. When they retire, they're financially secure when they retire. And then, like I said, because I do work in the health arena as well with Medicare, that I see people, who are not challenged by health issues or health insurance or things like that, that where they're, you know, breaking the bank just to stay healthy, that type of thing. So I'm, looking forward to passing on this opportunity to those out there that are listening. And anyone has any questions, they can always give me a call at my cell number, 713-444-3269. But let's go. We have a few, I guess, slides to show.
We
Um,
do. We do. Well, let me just say one more thing before you start in.
mhm.
And this business is not for everybody. Not everybody likes to help people. Honestly, I have run into a few of those people, and they're better off doing things that they're better off doing. So, for those of you who do like to help people, I really want you to pay attention here. And for those of you who don't, time to leave.
mean, I think there's a niche for everyone, and like you said, some people who don't like to help people, well, you can be behind the scenes and helping. In other words, if you're not one of those that likes to go out and touchy feely and help people sitting down in front of them, or virtual thing or whatever, you can still help people being behind the scenes, because some people are just what they call introverts, and they just
Yeah,
don't,
that's true.
they don't
That's
want to be
that's very
around
true.
people, or they're not talkative or whatever. But there's still opportunities in business. This might not be one of them for that person, but there's still business opportunities out there that they can find there. So I don't want to put people away as far as, because even though I'm talking about my industry, but I still believe in the fact that being your own boss,
There
being
you
an
go.
entrepreneur, and getting out there and doing your
Yeah,
thing, and helping behind the scenes, or at the same time, but you want to be your own boss. You want to be in control of your life moving forward. Okay.
there you
So,
go.
yeah,
You ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right, let's see if we can get this rolling.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Well, this is a leadership and business opportunity. And I always say leadership and business, or leadership, because when it comes down to it, you have to know how to lead, whether you're leading yourself or you're leading other people. Okay. So you really need to know to be in front. Me being a retired, naval officer, that I just believe in that core character of being a leader, and being in a leadership role. Because even if you start a business and you are your own business, you need to know how to lead yourself. You need to know how to lead yourself toward um, uh, being successful. Okay, so next slide. I said,
Okay.
as you see, it says captain of your own ship.
Yeah, I
That's
like that.
that's my Navy reference there.
I
Okay.
like being the captain of my ship.
Yeah. So why start a business is like you're like we've been talking about. You're being your own boss, being your own CEO. You're the If you don't know what CEO means, is Chief Executive Officer, at least in this context. Basically CEO also stands for a lot of other things, but in this context, Chief Executive Officer of your life. You know, you have the power to make a change in your environment, in your community, or on an international level. Okay, freedom, and you have freedom with your time and your money. You pay yourself for what you are worth. If you don't think you're worth what you're basically getting paid at your job, well, get out there, do your own thing, and get paid what you're worth. You work around. It's all about flexibility. You work around your own schedule, without compromising your priorities in life. All the things it says on this slide, are just so true as far as being your own boss. You have a quality of life and choices, and we talked about it in the beginning. If you want to help people or others make a difference in our environment, in our world. Okay, next.
All right.
Okay, it says business is a dream giver for yourself and for generations. One of the things I like about being your own boss is that I don't have any children at home or anything like that, but your children, if you are a family person, you have kids, you can bring them into your business, and they can be your little helpers, but at the same time, they're learning business too, and they're learning to be an entrepreneur. So you're already putting that in their mindset, like this is what mommy does, or this is what daddy does. So this is what they see. So you can you start your own business, build your business, for the next generations. So, and the one thing you can do, but what's nice about being, starting a business, if you're working already, there are businesses out there. The one I do, I didn't, just jump out there and start, from scratch. I actually was working, for an organization, and I was ready to go. Okay, so I put in place things that I needed to do to get started, but I still was working. So you can basically get started with your new outlook while you still are working, for your current employer. So you don't have to wait, to start. Get started now. It's peace of mind knowing that you know you can fire yourself. However, you know, it's peace of mind knowing that you're in charge of your destiny. One of the things that I said when I first started off is just like, okay, in this type, in me being my own boss or whatever, if I fail, which I was like, no, this is not. But if that, if whatever the business I started off with didn't work out quite the way I wanted to, it's on my dime, or it's like I can't blame anyone but myself. Okay, so
Darn. I want
that's one of
someone else to blame.
yeah. So well, you can't blame anybody but yourself when you get started in your own business, and but that's being in control. Okay, that's being in
That's being the captain of your ship, like you said. Yeah.
exactly. It's being the captain of your ship. So uh, the other thing about getting started with while you're still working, you'll have several different sources of income, your job, and as you're getting started, you start building your business so you can lead. There are many people who have followed this path where they were working in a job and they started their own business, whether it be in what I do, real estate or whatever. And once they saw the stream of income coming in, they left their job and they moved on with what they're doing, and they even started another business. So it became like contagious. Basically, this is nice to have. I always say have multi streams of income, but you don't have to start 10,000 businesses to have multi streams of income, and I'll talk about that later. So it says don't rely on one income. That's basically what I'm saying. And here's an important part. A lot of people don't think about is that you get to work with people you want to work with.
Aha.
You're not, kind of, you're not stuck with the people there at the job. If you don't like somebody or they don't like you, you know that you're kind of stuck in that situation, and nothing happens, whatever. But
Sounds like you've
uh,
had this experience before.
I get I don't care whether I was in corporate America or whatever. You know, everybody is not going to, just like we were talking about, some people are introverts and everybody is not going to, want to help other people. Well, you know, when it comes down to it, every person is not going to like you and you're not going to like them. There's some certain, characters and personalities will conflict, so,
Right.
somebody basically, this is just how they are. They're kind of, they don't follow the same path you do. They're
Right.
rude. They don't have the same spirit or faith you have. And so you're just gonna basically there's gonna be conflict. But one thing with being your own boss, if you decide you get into a business, you want to build a team and want to have people working around with, you choose those people, that you want to work around with. Okay. Uh, we said don't settle for anything less than you only have one life to live. It's a nice little pun on the old soap opera. But you want to make good of the life that you have. You don't want to be
Perfect.
you want to be happy. You want to be inspired. You want to be healthy. I'm always talking about healthy, and you want to be have the freedom. That's what it says, being free. Have the freedom to be able to do the things that you want to do when you want to do them. When you get ready to retire, know that you're planning, to retire, and you have that free to do it when you want to do it. One thing, nice other thing about it is a tax related thing. You get a tax break as far as having your own business. There have been business expenses that you write off. You are considered a 1099 in IRS terms, that you have 1099 income, and you'll learn all about that when you become a business owner. But it's a little different than the W-2 or whatever when you're working with somebody else. Oh, we have little puppies coming in. Uh,
Believe it or not, that's
and
outside in the backyard next door.
not a problem, not a problem. But all your business expenses or tax, basically tax breaks, for you basically can write off a lot of your business expenses, especially your starting any type of fees you pay for startup or any type of supplies you have to get, or if you're having to have you're paying service or whatever for your business. Some people, like right now we're in this virtual world where everybody's on Zoom. Well, Zoom is free. However, if you're conducting appointment or whatever, Zoom has limits on how long you can be on that when it's free. So when you pay for a Zoom account or whatever, that's a tax write off because that's a business expense. Okay. Next slide. Next. Okay, when you're looking for business opportunity, you'll have several options out there. You can just go Google business opportunities, startups, things like that. But what you want to look for are, especially when you're first starting, I mean, a lot of people say, well, this is my passion. This is what I want to do and whatever. You can do that. You can do that and you're going to, but you need to build a business plan. When if you have a great vision or whatever and some things that you want to do, don't you can't just jump out there and say, oh, I want to do this and think that it's going to be automatic, that everything's going to fall in place and whatever. You have to do your research. You have to develop business plan. You have to have a marketing plan and all of that. So one of the things that is nice about what I do with the company, the agency that I went through, is a turnkey uh, type of business. So when I say turnkey opportunities, you want to, especially when you're first starting out, you really want to find an opportunity that's everything is already built place for you. You don't have to go, basically create a market. In other words, if I mean, you don't want to have to create something on your own by yourself. When you're first getting started, it's good to basically get in a turnkey type of business where all your back office is there. A lot of the marketing has already been done for you. All you have to do is kind of like step in. You're going to be you still need to do a business plan and for yourself on how you're going to work the business, but you want to be able to step into a business opportunity that a lot of things are already in place for you. The other thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you're not paying a arm and a leg to get started. It's like you don't want to break the bank before you start may have an income. So you want low startup costs, low maintenance. You want to have built-in support. And this key. A lot of people don't think about this, but you want to make sure that you get in the business that has there's a high demand of the services or the product that you are providing, because of the fact that when you're first starting, I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy by no means. Just you're going to have some blood, sweat, and tears, no matter what type of business whether it's a brick and mortar business or whether it's a home-based business or whatever. It's not going to be automatic that it's just going to kick off like that. You're going to have to put some time and some energy and some work into it. But you can keep that time and energy down by having things that are all getting into a turnkey type of operation that already has the support, already has maintenance, marketing, things like that in place. um, you want to make sure that the business is has a history of being financially successful. Okay. You don't want to jump into something even though it might be your passion. You don't want to jump into something that you haven't done your research on, and you know that it's going to be successful, financially successful for you. Okay. And this is something that I think that when starting a business, that you want to be able to know that your business, whatever it is making a difference in life. Yes, it's going to make a difference in your life, of course, but you really want to provide things that services or products that are going to make a difference to your community, the people that are out there, your consumers, and things like that. Don't you? I, I just think about some of the um, products that are out on the market that just are bust. That people get their like gimmicks. They're selling it all late at night, 2 o'clock in the morning, and you get it, and it's crap. So you want to basically make sure that you're when you jump into being your own boss that your services is going to make a difference or your products are going to make a difference. Okay, next. Now, of course, I'm in financial business, so I'm. This is from this point on, we're going to be talking about why. Okay, so financial business opportunity. That's basically what I'm talking about today, and here are the reasons the financial business or I mean the financial having a financial business opportunity or is you can be successful in it. I should say. Top 5% of the wealthiest leaders are from the financial sector. That I mean, I could just say drop the mic, boom, right then and there. But that is true. The top 5% of the wealthiest leaders are from the financial sector. Everyone needs financial education and financial solutions. Everyone. I don't care. It's like if you are collecting a paycheck, you need to know what do I do with this money that I'm collecting besides spend it. You can't spend it all the time. You need that. Everyone needs financial education and financial solutions. So one of the nice things about the financial businesses getting into this industry is that you will learn yourself different financial solutions for your own self. You'll learn how to, grow your money. You'll learn how to manage your money, because you're going to be educated while you're doing your business. Okay. As it says, you become your own money expert. Okay. So you for yourself as well as other people. You learn and earn by helping others. Okay. During this COVID 19, I put this in here. Basically, this financial sector, it was a business explosion for clients and new business partners. Okay. Because when it was so unexpected, people were just like, oh my God, what has happened? In other words, their norm, they're getting laid off from work, or having to change their whole lifestyle or whatever. All of a sudden now everybody's looking at their bank account, they're looking at their access, their assets. Like what do we do? What's the next step? How do we protect ourselves and things like that? Of course, the health thing about the COVID also played a part in it because of the fact that when you're in as a licensed insurance agent, you have the opportunity to be on the health side as well. As finance, you will have to be in this financial sector. You will have to have a license, so you will have to be licensed. You will be a licensed professional. Okay. Um, let's see. Money is necessary to protect, and protecting it is a priority. Like all the things I just said. Okay, next. Uh oh, go back. Okay, there we go. Old and new money doesn't expire. Trillions of dollars and more needs to be protected. In other words, the big thing about being in this industry, what you're trying to do is protect people's income and their assets. Okay. And this whole industry has been around for ever and a day, and pretty much that's what this is. We're saying here, and about talked about 5% of our financial leaders come from the financial industry, and multimillionaires are born from the financial industry. Um, More and more professionals are able to retire because you're helping them, and being its industry is very highly regulated. Um, there's nothing, but you have to be like I said, a professional. Kind of jumped a gun on this, but they go through. You have to go through background checks, and you have to have continuing education because when it comes to down to it, Uncle Sam is looking at all financial professionals, and we have to basically be checked out, so to speak, because we're dealing with people. So we have to be licensed. We have to follow all the guidelines that the government basically puts in place for us to do so. So it's nothing to basically make light of. So, because you are helping uh, families and individuals and businesses and things like that, but you don't have access to their money, but you have to have the ethics and have to be ethical to know what's going to be the best thing for the best solution for that family or that individual or that business. Okay, so it's very I guess licensed. As we're very licensed by uh, the states as well as federal government. Next, the challenges in the financial business. These are just four. Right now with COVID and everything, a lot of things have happened, but inflation outpaced wage growth in the past decades. People need to make more money. Period. That's just just to keep up with the cost of living. 1 in 5 millenniums with debt expect to die with it without ever paying it off. That's sad, but it's true. But because when you get in debt, especially with going to school, educational loans, things like that, it's tough to basically get out of debt unless you really know what you're doing or you have someone else that's basically helping you. 200 plus million people in need of the right financial and retirement solution. So this is all saying that if you get into this industry, you're not going to be financially challenged. There's a multitude of people to help. Okay, ratio between financial services, servicing agents, and the growing population has been shrinking. The reason I'm doing this is because we need financial professionals. We really do need license. I need help people to help me, you know, do what I do. So there's a high demand for financial servicing agents all the time, especially now. It's a very, very, critical time for us to be able. There's just too many, a lot of people to serve who are really, really in demand for our services right now. Next. Okay. Now this is just a difference between because you can do it, and this is the agency I work through, our Infinite company. But just in a comparison between our company and say a brick and mortar, I'm trying to think of a company. There are a lot of brick and mortar type of National Life, not National Life. Who is it? I can think of the name right now. But when you go to a financial agency that's like more brick and mortar traditional, where you're working in corporate office, that type of thing, it's a little different from what we do. Where it's more costly as you
Vicky, you somehow got muted. Um, can you just hit your? There you go.
how did that happen?
I don't know. I didn't touch it. I didn't. That wasn't me. Go
Girl,
ahead.
my hands are in my lap. I'm like, how did that
I
happen?
know. I don't know.
Oh, did it do it again? No, okay.
No, no, you're
Oh, got
good.
it. Okay, all right. So where did you stop hearing me? I'm sorry.
It was just a few seconds.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, anyway, so just going through this list of the traditional financial agency, you have to meet quotas, sales quotas. You're full time. You don't, your time is their time. Okay, it's territorial. They'll give you an area that's your servicing area. There are glass ceilings. They call them, as far as promotion. You might have to leave the company to get a promotion. You know how that works. Let's see, employee or production. You see, it's slow and non-adaptive to the organization. So they basically kind of like traditional on how they do things and change. Where on the other hand, you are in the Iron Infinite agency. You're your own boss. You have your, I mean, all they're doing is providing the structure for you. And when I was talking about turnkey, this is a turnkey type of agency. They have an unbelievable go into uh, some of the bennies, but the startup is $125. Okay, that's the startup fee, and that handles all the administrative things that they take care of that you don't have to worry about as far as your back office. Excuse me, some of the marketing tools they provide. They set up our emails, and all that kind of stuff. Now, if you don't have a license, this there's going to be additional costs, so you have to go through the fingerprinting, you have to get your study material, and let's see, you do have to pay for your license to take the test and things like that. So but starting with OIC, as we call it, it's only a 125 cost, and that's basically giving you everything I just said about your back office. You're working from home, so you have all access on, via the internet, um, and basically just it's just you don't have maintenance fees. You don't have the, and they offer many promotions. When I say promotions as an agent to build your own agency, as well as building, just being a producer. You have the two options. You can be just a simple one man shop, and it's your business, or you can actually build an agency, which means that you're going to have a virtual business, or you're going to have people that are going to be a part of your business. It's up to you on how you want to do that. And there are no glass ceilings. You can grow as big as you want to grow, or you can just be a producer and be in charge of yourself. You're your own CEO on your own. There is no territory you have to be, worry about. If you basically want, the nice thing about being virtual and the internet or whatever, if you have family and friends in California or New York or Florida or whatever, basically you can reach out to them and you can build a business across the country. It's just up to you what you want to do. You can be part time or full time. In other words, if you just wanted to delve into this, you already have a 9 to 5 job, so to speak. You can start doing this. This is one of those opportunities you can start doing part time. And once you get earning, if you feel it's something that you want to continue doing, then you can go full time. It's still your business. It's like it's up to you how you want to go about. And of course, like I just said, no quotas. Next, uh, and OIC is a relatively young company, and we're on the ground floor. You start off on the ground floor. This is about just a little over 2 years old. But they're offering so many things right now because of the fact that it's very new. This is an time with OIC. Basically, they're offering equity ownership. Of course, there's that, but it is in line to be $1 billion company. All right, in the next 3 years, there are different programs. One of the ones I hope we have time to talk about is ERP, which is the Educational Retirement Program, and right now that is a booming thing. Right now, that's what I'm in right now, and I am busy. I don't know what, helping educators or people who are in the education field, whether they're teachers or they're administrators or they're transportation people or whatever. We help them with their planning of their retirement. Okay, there are others, the small business health retirement program, as well as we have an athletic retirement program too. So, but the ERP is really what I'm going to talk about because the time is getting short. I'm going to move to the next slide so we can get to ERP. Okay, this is more support, back office as I talked about before. It's just a lot of, we have you can get your own website, team website, however you want it. We have The staff is there for you. You have virtual assistants, and education is just abound. And there's no cost for any of this. You paid your 125, and there's it. That's it. That's it. Everything else is provided for you with no cost. We even have, and I'll get into with the education retirement program. We, I don't consider them leads. We get appointments because basically teachers come to us and ask for an appointment. So this is just some of the support that OIC provides. Okay, next slide. Okay, so these are all the different things, of course, in within the financial within that you can do. It's just not OIC, but if you get a license, these are the things that you will basically have the ability to do. Of course, you're going to have an insurance because you'll be an insurance um, licensed individual or professional, so you'll cover life, health, disability, property, and casualty. Uh, you can get into the health arena with Medicare, which I do. You can college funding, helping families basically develop college funding for their kids. Retirement, IRAs, annuities for it. This is the platform I work in as well. Investment, private equity funding, wealth management, all those things you are able to do. Wills and estate planning, trust, power of attorney, digital media marketing. Those all these things are covered within this agency, but these are all things really a licensed insurance agent you can do. They just make it a lot easier because they have the education and the platform to provide it for you. You have the ability to get to it quicker than actually doing it on your own. That's why I actually joined, because it was all right there. And after, I guess, 8 years of doing it on my own and trying to get into everything on my own, this was just made they made it easy for me. Really made it easy for me. Okay, next slide. And this is what I wanted to talk about. I'm not sure, Marion, if we're going to have enough time to go through everything here, but the educational retirement program is basically right now we are in demand for licensed and non-licensed agents. You get, the nice thing about OIC also is they provide you a way to get a temporary license where you can earn while you learn. And so you can basically, with a you will still have to get a permanent license, but with a temp license, you will be partnered with a licensed professional that will help you basically earn while you learn. But this is a game changing in market with the education retirement program. We're basically expanding across different 21 states. We're already expanding across 21 states. We are in Texas, Louisiana, California, and I can't even think of all the rest of them. But as a when you are certified, because you still have to go through certification. When you're certified, you will be assigned schools or school districts that is a captured and consistent market of natural resources, because the teachers they want someone to help them in going over their retirement, planning for their retirement, so they know exactly what they're going to do. They have a state pension, okay, but many of the teachers are clueless of what that means. They really, really don't. Especially the new ones, they have no idea what their pension is. What they'll get, how it's done. Some of them didn't even know they had one. So, but because they get a pension, they need assistance in helping to plan their retirement. The Texas, the teachers' retirement system is across all states. The one and they don't have enough individuals to sit down and talk to and educate all their teachers. And then when they do go out to educate, it's very rarely, and they do it in a group setting type of thing. And all teachers can't get the information they need, in those type of settings. Most of the time, TRS doesn't speak to their teachers until they're getting ready to retire, which is actually too late, because the information they need to know going in, they can make really drastic bad decisions if they're not educated about how their retirement works, how it's all put together. So There is a demand. There are 900 says 900,000 plus active TRS members in the state of Texas. And we're not even talking about outside the state of Texas. We don't have enough licensed agents to meet the need. Okay, we need. It says 1,000 licensed agents just to meet the need in Texas. You know, uh, and we're not close to that. So we need more licensed professionals to help us in this industry. Okay. We do something that nobody else does in that we educate them on their plan, and we help them move forward toward solutions for what they need. Okay. So I know we've kind of gone over, Marion. I'm sorry, but I wanted to provide the information there. If anyone needs to speak, wants more information, of course, they can always text or call me at 713-444-3269. But we've gone over, it looks like we've gone over a lot. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of information wanting to get out there, for this opportunity. Like I said, you know, we actually have different opportunity calls, Zoom meetings, and things like that for people to get more information for that and actually sit on a call or Zoom meeting and really ask a lot of questions. That happens pretty much throughout the week. So, but anyone wants to do that, they can give me a call or text me. Okay.
That's wonderful. I think you really covered a lot, and I'd like for a lot of people to see this. If you are not interested, or you already have a job, or you just, I'm sure you have friends that need this information, so please share it. Okay, there's a share button. All you have to do is hit that, share it to your social media, or send it to a friend that you know that needs that. This was the most educational thing that I have ever heard as far as, what is offered by your company, and they don't require so much that it's out of reach. It's like, buying a business, like buying a McDonald's franchise.
Yep.
It's definitely reachable. It's for the people, and you can tell that the company is really behind. So thank you for offering all this today. Maybe we could do a little bit more next week if you want. I don't know if you want to do that or not, but I think this is so important that it needs to be shared.
Okay. We can do it next week. Next time, we can go a little bit more into the educational retirement market.
There you
And,
go.
and then we can add other things as well. We might start off next week doing the educational retirement
There you
program,
go.
talking about that for maybe another 15 minutes, and then step into something a
Right,
little different.
right. So
Or
this is planning for your future. This is something that I think that you could at least have a conversation with Vickie about. I'm very tempted, honestly, and I don't get tempted very easily. I have so much on my plate, but
yes, you do.
you made it sound so good. Please share this with your friends, because I know you have friends who are looking for an opportunity. So thanks, Vickie, for taking your time today, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.
That was cool.